all at the same time. So for me, that's CF and middle mouse. That's like very easy. I don't need. There's no modifiers. It's just CF and middle mouse. Counterspell and deep. Like everything is. You can hit quickly. Everything that you need to hit quickly, you need on like simple binds. I guess that's as basic as I can put it for key bindings. If you need to hit it quickly, don't have it on a modifier. Have it on a close bind to your fingers. If you don't need to hit it that quickly, you can have it on something harder to hit. Like Evocate doesn't usually need to be like that fucking fast. It's on GCD. Usually you're behind a pillar anyway, so shift scroll up. That's fine for that. Like you could argue that my presence of mind and my alter time macros, you need to hit those quickly. You could argue that those aren't the best binds. Everything else seems pretty good though. Shift S once every 25 seconds. Yeah. I mean, you could argue that would be a better bind setup. Shift G for Fire Blast since you don't use it that much, and then that for Palm. But nah, I don't like it. Anyway, yes, easy things. Things you have to hit quickly on buttons that you can hit quickly. Pretty self-explanatory, but nonetheless, like very important. Like on my shaman, I just can't hit everything I want to hit yet at the same time. So yeah, just make sure you're not like binding yourself by having like shitty keybinds. Okay. Gemming, reforging. I went over that. Is he botting this? Yes, I am botting this. I'm gonna take some questions, guys. Any mage questions for a few minutes, and then I'll end it. I think I went over pretty much everything. So far, we've covered, for people that came in late, we've covered talents, glyphs, gearing, reforging, positioning, damage rotation, what you're supposed to do during the game, UI, macros, key bindings. Yeah. If there's any other questions, let me know. I'll answer questions. Why do you use Fire Blast? That's a good one. Fire Blast eats Spell Reflects if you have Fingers up. So say you have a Fingers of Frost, Warrior Puff Spell Reflect, you can Fire Blast into it. Fire Blast is a decent, you want instant damage. You have no Ice Lance, you have no Frostfire Bolt procs, but you still want instant damage. Fire Blast, Fire Blast 8-second cooldown. Because there's someone training you, you can't just cast a Frostbolt. You don't want it. Fire Blast does more damage than Ice Lance if Ice Lance isn't procced. If you have no procs and you want instant damage, Fire Blast. If you want to eat a Spell Reflect, Fire Blast. Same thing with a lot of the times you can eat Grounding Totems with Living Bomb. So yeah, I guess those are the two main uses. Mirror images. Mirror images you can use to clear people's focus. A lot of the times it's just really good to use like while you're bursting. It's really good to drop target and to drop focus. If you're getting bursted, like you get a lot of the times you're gonna use it in the opener with your on use, like with your general like standard opener. With this, you can use like something like mirror images, encounters, or altar. Dropping target is so fucking good. Yeah, you can use it throughout the game, but like, dropping target is generally good either when you're getting pressured or when you want to do pressure. If you're just doing nothing, don't mirrors. Like if you're just kind of running and resetting, there's no reason to mirrors. It's either if you're gonna do a lot of damage or if you're gonna take a lot of damage. So yeah, you can use them in either way, or if you can mirror and then poly after. How do you deal against KFC training you all day? Like I said earlier, you can just go Blazing Speed and Ice Ward a lot of the times, because, I don't know, it'll make it so hard for them to kill you. It'll make it so much easier to kite. Yeah, but Living Bomb, basically you're not going to be casting much. you're gonna be pom-polling every time it's up and kind of just like kiting, and every minute you have your orb to kill. Do you feel strafing is a must? Yes. Yes, I'm going to save this as a video. Yes, I'll VOD the video, guys. I'll VOD the whole thing. Yeah, I'll check my Twitch messages after the stream. If I've already answered the question, guys, I'm not gonna answer it again. If I skip over your question, it's because I answered it and I'm gonna be VODing the video. You have a Pombine for poly, or do you press them separately? How to use a ring. If you're fighting druids, a lot of the times you're going to be deep ringing them instead of deep polying them, because they're going to be shifting it, or they're just going to be staying in cheetah form. So it's like a poly that you can use on druids. Another really good thing with ring is, say you're fighting God Comp, Shadow Priest, Mage, Rest, or Druid. You can deep ring the Druid and then sheep the Shadow Priest. So you have a full ring on the Druid and a full sheep on the Shadow Priest. It's almost like you get two polymorphs. You have a Ring of Frost and you have a polymorph on two separate DRs, I guess. Like, you can't poly two people at once, but you can ring one person and poly the other. So it's really, really, really good. So yeah, that's a lot of focus as a mage is cross CC, deep ringing one guy, sheeping the other guy, CSing the third guy, deeping after the CS, repolying, and then maybe even deeping after your ring, like something like that. Like, you can set up so much control as a mage, it's unreal, and Ring of Frost helps you do that. Spell Steal is in between bursts. So like I said before, you have an offensive stage and a defensive stage of Mage, and Spell Steal is your defensive stage. You're going to be Spell Stealing the prime of targets before you pop everything. So yeah, it's kind of just like when you're running, you can Spell Steal target to clean them up, so when you swap, they're clean, so you can fuck them in the ass harder. Ring DRs with Polymorph. What comps can counter it? Oh, RMP. What can counter RMP? Pretty much everything counters RMP. Priests suck right now. Rogue Mage Druid is really good. What counters Rogue Mage Druid? I don't really know, honestly. I don't really play much Rogue Mage Druid. I think KFC is pretty hard for it. But I think Rogue Mage Druid could beat it. I actually don't really know that question, I'm sorry. I don't really play much RMD. Do you have anything bound to S? Yes, I have Temporal Shield. If I skip over your questions, it's because I already answered it, guys. Are you going to highlight this? Yes, I am. I guess I can go over briefly, like he says, any specific tactics or WMD. Briefly, I can say a mage's role in each comp. Generally, I mean, mages have burst control in every comp. But in a Rogue Mage Druid, you're going to be, like, the basic idea of the comp is you're going to be pushing in really hard, doing a lot of damage, and then resetting. Pushing in really hard, doing a lot of damage, and resetting. And then doing it over and over. Let your rogue get a re-stealth, let your cooldowns come back up, let the DRs reset, and fuck them in the ass again. Warrior Mage Druid, you have the warrior doing a lot of consistent pressure, and you're controlling. You're bursting once a minute, and other than that, you're controlling. You're not really resetting as much, you have a lot of consistent pressure, but you're just, hanging out, heaping up a living bomb, doing consistent damage, consistent pressure, controlling the fight, and then you burst again once your orb's back up. MLS, if you're playing with UA, it's like you're playing with a warrior. If you're playing with Destro, it's like you're playing with a rogue. Destro, you reset a lot. UA, it's more like a warrior. You have a lot of consistent pressure. Every deep is a kill opportunity. you just deep spam lance into it, CS after, whatever. With the Warlock dodge rolling, you can, you know, get a kill. Those are the main comps the mages have: RMD, WMD, and MLS. What do you take into consideration when offensive blocking? Offensive blocking... Alright, a lot of people see like high rated mage offensive block and then they'll do it low rating and just fuck it up completely. Offensive blocking is extremely situational and is definitely a lot better when paired with Ice Block Lift. The 3-second immunity can be alter timed, so you can block, alter, come out, 3-second immunity, come back in time, 3-second immunity again. With all your procs, that's 6 seconds of immunity and all of your procs. Basically, you're a fucking killing machine for 6 seconds. Nothing can stop you because you can't be CS'd, you can't be feared, you can't be whatever. You can't be peeled in any way against double caster. So it's really good. A lot of people will just, you know, block CC because they don't want to sit it. If you're gonna block something, have a goal, have a purpose. If I block this, then I can get a kill. If I block this, then, you know, I can force every cooldown so I can get a kill in 1 minute. If I block this, then I don't sit the scatter trap. Like, if you're gonna block something, make sure it's gonna give you something in return, more valuable than the block. If it doesn't, then it's not worth it. Make sure you account for everything. If you block because you think you can get a kill, no, you have to either block because you know you can get a kill, block because you know it's going to be beneficial. You don't just block because you think you might be able to come out ahead. Offensive blocking takes a lot of game knowledge. If you're not very good or you're a beginner at mage, I wouldn't recommend offensive blocking in any situation unless you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. You're basically trading your best defensive cooldown to get even more offensive pressure. So offensive blocking is very situational. Use decurs for hex mainly. Like I said, guys, if I skip over your questions, because I already answered it, and I'm going to be VODing the video so you guys can rewatch the video. Okay, well, I think that's about it. I've talked for about an hour now. If there's any last questions before I go, you can ask them. Yeah, I'll probably just VOD this, and hopefully it'll help a lot of you guys out when learning Mage. Remove curse effectively, just pretty much use it on hex. Remove curse glyph isn't good anymore. Okay. I am going to go, guys. I'm going to VOD this, so watch out for the VOD. I'll name it Mage Guide or something. I'll probably put in my FAQ as well, so the next, like day or so, look out for that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I want to give a quick shout out to everyone who subbed today. Zika123, Steaks, ZC, Laser Hots, Infectum, Akiar 1337, Morph again, and Snowstorm. We got 7 subs today. Thanks so much, guys. I also want to thank Hypey for the $5 donation from earlier. I'm gonna be running a commercial before I go. I haven't ran a commercial in like 3.5 hours. IBF is Icebound Fortitude, yeah. Yeah, if you guys want to turn off ad block, I'd really appreciate it. You're not gonna be missing anything. I'm not gonna be talking. I'm just gonna play a commercial.